Maximum Achievement: Strategies and Skills That Will Unlock Your Hidden Powers to Succeed by Brian Tracy. Picture this. You're a high school dropout washing dishes in a cramped hotel kitchen. The steam clouds your vision as you scrub other people's leftovers off greasy plates. This becomes your reality for years. You bounce from one dead-end job to another, stacking lumber until your back screams, digging wells under the scorching sun. Some nights, when the money runs out, your car becomes your bedroom. Other nights, you're too broke even for that, so you spread out on the cold ground beside it, staring up at the stars and wondering if this is all life has to offer. This isn't some made-up rags-to-riches fairy tale. This was Brian Tracy's actual life. And here's the kicker. That same guy sleeping in his car would eventually build a company worth $265 million, advise some of the world's biggest corporations, and write a book that's been devoured by millions across the globe. So what changed? How does someone go from scraping by to absolutely crushing it? Was it a lottery win, a rich relative? Pure dumb luck? Nope. Tracy discovered something far more valuable than any windfall: a system. He found that success follows a pattern, like a lock that opens when you dial in the right combination. It doesn't care who you are, where you came from, or what mistakes you've made. Get the combination right, and the door swings wide open. Today, we're cracking that lock together. In Maximum Achievement, Brian Tracy pours 2 decades of obsessive research into one powerful blueprint. He's not selling fairy dust or empty motivational fluff. He's handing you the actual tools that unlock your hidden potential. By the time we're done here, you'll understand the fundamental principles that separate people who thrive from people who merely survive. And here's the best part. You'll walk away with the key to start rewriting your own story, not someday, but today. Brian Tracy's whole journey started with one question that wouldn't leave him alone. As a kid, he'd noticed certain families living in beautiful homes with nice cars in the driveway, while others struggled to make ends meet. That question kept gnawing at him. Why are some people more successful than others? He became obsessed with finding the answer. He devoured thousands of books, sat through seminar after seminar, and studied successful people like a detective hunting for clues. And you know what he discovered? Something almost too simple to believe. Success isn't some mysterious secret. It's a system, and it starts between your ears. Think about physical laws for a second. Gravity doesn't play favorites. Jump off a building, and you're coming down. Whether you're a saint or a sinner, whether you believe in gravity or not, the law doesn't care about your feelings. It just works, every single time. Here's Tracy's breakthrough. There are mental laws just as powerful and predictable as gravity. When life's going great, it's because you're flowing with these laws. When you're struggling and can't figure out why, it's almost always because you're working against them, usually without even realizing it. Let's dive into the big one, the law of control. This law says you feel good about yourself when you feel like you're steering your own ship, and you feel lousy when you think someone or something else has grabbed the wheel. Your demanding boss, your mounting bills, that toxic relationship you can't seem to escape. Every bit of stress, anxiety, and anger stems from feeling like life is happening to you instead of for you. So where does control actually start? With your thoughts. Your thoughts are the only thing in this entire universe you have complete authority over. Nobody can make you feel anything without your permission. It's not what happens to you that matters most. It's how you choose to interpret what happens. Master your thinking, and you master your life. This flows right into the law of cause and effect, which Tracy calls the iron law of the universe. Everything happens for a reason. There are no accidents. Success isn't a fluke. Failure isn't bad luck. Health and sickness aren't random. They're all effects with specific causes behind them. Here's the game changer. Thoughts are causes and conditions are effects. Let that sink in. Your thoughts are the primary force shaping everything in your life. Change your thinking, and you must change your results. It's like farming. You can't plant corn and expect to harvest tomatoes. You'll always reap what you sow. Want a different harvest next season? Plant different seeds today. Those seeds are your thoughts. But if thoughts create reality, what creates our thoughts? This question leads to one of psychology's biggest breakthroughs, the self-concept. Your self-concept is your mental operating system. It's the collection of beliefs you hold about yourself, and it controls everything you think, feel, and do. You are exactly where you are today because of what you believe yourself to be. You have a self-concept for your earning potential, your health, your relationships, your abilities, for everything. And here's the crucial part. You can never outperform your self-concept. If deep down you believe you're only capable of earning $50,000 a year, you'll never sustainably earn much more. Get a big bonus, and you'll feel weird about it. You'll quickly find ways to spend it, lose it, or give it away until you're back in your comfort zone. Lose your job, and you'll scramble like crazy to get your income back up to where it should be. Your self-concept acts like a thermostat, constantly adjusting to keep you consistent with your inner programming. So where did this master program come from? You weren't born with it. Babies only have two natural fears: falling and loud noises. Every other fear, failure, rejection, not being good enough, was taught to you. The two most damaging forces that shape a negative self-concept are harsh criticism and conditional love. When parents constantly criticize a child, that kid internalizes the message, "I'm not good enough." When love comes with strings attached, the child learns, "I have to please others to deserve love." These experiences create the two great fears that sabotage adult lives. I can't becomes the fear of failure. I have to becomes the fear of rejection. These two fears are at the root of nearly all stress, unhappiness, and underachievement. They create comfort zones that trap us in a cycle of playing it safe to avoid criticism or disapproval. But here's the liberating truth. Your self-concept is mostly subjective. It's not based on facts. It's based on information you accepted as true, often when you were too young to question it. And if it was learned, it can be unlearned. You can reprogram your mental operating system. How? By taking deliberate control of the messages you feed into your mind. Tracy gives us powerful tools, starting with visualization. Your subconscious thinks in pictures. It can't tell the difference between something real and something you vividly imagine. When you create a clear, detailed mental movie of your goal as already achieved, your subconscious accepts it as an order and gets to work making it real. The more often you visualize it, the clearer and more emotional the picture. The longer you hold it, the faster it materializes. Next up, affirmations. These are strong, positive statements you give to your subconscious mind. They must be positive, personal, and present tense. Don't say, "I'm going to quit smoking." Say, "I am a non-smoker." You're telling the truth in advance, giving your subconscious a new reality to work toward. One of the most powerful affirmations ever? Simply, "I like myself." Repeat this 50 or 100 times daily. It starts overriding all that old negative programming telling you you're not good enough. Then you must act the part. This is where the law of reversibility comes in. While feelings create actions, actions also create feelings. Don't feel confident? Act confident anyway. Stand tall, speak clearly, behave like you're already the person you want to become. Your actions will generate the corresponding feelings. Fake it till you make it actually works, because your mind and body follow your actions. These tools, visualization, affirmations, and acting the part, reprogram your inner world, but to make them truly powerful, you need to aim them at something specific. This brings us to what Tracy calls the master skill of success, goal setting. He puts it bluntly, success equals goals, and all else is commentary. A person without goals is a ship without a rudder, just drifting wherever the current takes them. But someone with clear, written goals is a ship with a captain, a map, and a destination, sailing straight toward their chosen port. Your brain has a built-in goal-seeking mechanism. Like a heat-seeking missile locked onto a target, it automatically corrects your course and guides you toward anything you clearly define. This is why goal setting is the trigger that activates all the other mental laws. So why don't more people set goals? Tracy identifies 7 reasons. But the 2 biggest are fear of criticism and fear of failure. We're scared people will laugh at our dreams, so we keep them hidden or stop dreaming altogether. We're terrified we'll try and fail, so we never even start. The fix for fear of criticism? Keep your goals confidential. Only share them with people whose help you absolutely need. The fix for fear of failure? Understand its real role. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the pathway to success. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. When a reporter asked how it felt to fail so many times, he replied, "I haven't failed at all. I've successfully identified 10,000 ways that don't work." You have to be willing to fail your way to success. To make goal-setting work, Tracy gives us a powerful 12-step system. It's a recipe that works every time. Step 1. Develop desire. It must be an intense, burning desire for something you truly want for yourself, not for someone else. Step 2. Develop belief. You must believe with complete conviction that your goal is possible for you. Start with realistic goals to build your belief muscle. Step 3. Write it down. A goal not in writing is just a wish. Writing crystallizes thought and impresses the goal on your subconscious. Step 4. List the benefits. Why do you want this? List every reason. Your reasons are the fuel powering your desire when obstacles appear. Step 5. Analyze your starting point. Where are you now? To lose weight, you first have to step on the scale. To build wealth, you first have to calculate your current net worth. Step 6. Set a deadline. A goal is a dream with a deadline. This activates your subconscious forcing system. Miss a deadline? Just set a new one. There are no unrealistic goals, only unrealistic deadlines. Step 7. Identify the obstacles. What's standing between you and your goal? There's usually one major obstacle, one big rock in your path. Focus all your energy on removing that rock first. Step 8. Identify the knowledge you'll need. What do you need to learn? All skills are learnable. Step 9. Identify the people you'll need. Whose help and cooperation do you require? Make a list, then think about what you can do for them in return. Step 10. Make a plan. A plan is simply a list of activities organized by time and priority. Think of it as your blueprint. Step 11. Use visualization. See your goal as already complete in your mind, over and over. Step 12. Never give up. Back every goal with persistence and determination. Decide in advance. You'll hold on no matter what. Persistence is the iron quality of character. When you apply this system, something incredible happens. You start tapping into a power beyond your conscious and even subconscious mind. Tracy calls this the master power, the superconscious mind. Think of it as the God mind or infinite intelligence. It's the source of all creativity, intuition, and inspiration. It's that flash of insight in the shower, that gut feeling that turns out right, that lucky coincidence that helps you achieve your goal. This superconscious mind has access to all knowledge stored in your subconscious, but also knowledge far beyond your own experience. It works around the clock to solve your problems and bring you resources, but only activates under specific conditions. It requires clear, specific goals. It operates best in a mental climate of faith and calm, confident expectation that everything will work out. Worry, anger, and impatience shut it down. It brings you not just answers, but the lessons you need to be ready for your goal. This is why your greatest successes often follow your greatest challenges. It's the final test before your breakthrough. So we have the mental laws, the master program of self-concept, the master skill of goal setting, and the master power of the superconscious mind. But there's one final piece holding it all together. Without it, none of the other principles work. Tracy calls it the master decision. That decision is to accept complete responsibility for your life. This is the moment of true maturity, when you realize nobody's coming to rescue you. You are where you are because of yourself. All your excuses, your white rabbits, as Tolstoy called them, are just ways of avoiding this truth. The moment you stop blaming other people or circumstances for your problems, you reclaim your power. Why is this so critical? Because blaming is the root of all negative emotions. Anger, resentment, guilt, jealousy. These feelings can only exist if you're blaming someone or something else for your unhappiness. The instant you say, "I am responsible," the negative emotion dies. You can't be angry and responsible at the same time. One cancels the other. Accepting responsibility is the key to achieving the ultimate aim of life, what Tracy calls the master goal, peace of mind. Peace of mind is the highest human good. It only exists in the absence of negative emotions. And you only eliminate negative emotions when you stop blaming and accept full responsibility for your responses to life. This is how you get out of your own way. You let go of the past by forgiving everyone who's ever hurt you, not for their sake, but for yours. Forgiveness is like releasing your foot from the brake pedal of your life. You forgive your parents, you forgive others, and most importantly, you forgive yourself. Ultimately, all these laws and principles converge on one central force: love. Love, especially self-love, casts out fear. The more you like and respect yourself, the more you'll like and respect others. The more you accept yourself, the more you accept others. Love isn't just a feeling, it's an action. By the law of reversibility, when you do loving things, you generate the feeling of love. By practicing kindness, patience, forgiveness, and encouragement with others, you not only improve your relationships, you deepen your own self-love and self-respect. You sow love, and you reap a life filled with it. And that's the ultimate secret, the final number in the combination. Your outer world reflects your inner world. When your inner world is organized around clear goals, personal responsibility, and a foundation of self-love, your outer world cannot help but become a masterpiece. Stepping back and looking at maximum achievement, what strikes me most is its profound simplicity. In a world drowning in complex theories and flavor-of-the-month trends, Brian Tracy gives us something solid and timeless. He reminds us that success principles aren't new. They've been discovered and rediscovered throughout human history. His genius lies in synthesizing them into a clear, actionable system anyone can follow. The most powerful lesson for me is the master decision, the commitment to complete responsibility. It's a tough pill to swallow. It's so much easier to blame our circumstances, our past, or other people for our lack of progress. But Tracy makes it crystal clear that this is a trap. Blame is a prison we build for ourselves, and responsibility is the key that sets us free. When you truly accept that you're the architect of your own life, it's both terrifying and exhilarating. Terrifying because there are no more excuses. Exhilarating because you realize you hold the pen, and you can write any future you choose. Another idea that resonates deeply is the connection between goals and the mental laws. We often hear about the law of attraction, but Tracy shows us it doesn't work in a vacuum. It's not about just wishing for things. It's about setting a clear written goal that acts as a powerful magnet. That goal then aligns all the other laws, belief, expectation, concentration, to work in your favor. A goal gives your mind a target, and once the mind has a target, it becomes an unstoppable seeking mechanism. So how can you start applying these ideas today, right now? Let me offer a few simple actions. First, grab a piece of paper and try Tracy's quick list method. Give yourself just 30 seconds and write down your 3 most important goals right now. Don't overthink it. The time pressure forces your subconscious to reveal what truly matters. The simple act of writing them down makes them real. Second, practice the master affirmation. For the rest of today, whenever a negative thought or self-doubt creeps in, consciously replace it by saying, "I am responsible," or "I like myself." Notice how this simple phrase shifts your perspective from victim to controller. It's a small action with massive impact on your emotional state. Finally, pick one person in your life today and find a way to make them feel important. Offer a genuine compliment. Express appreciation for something they did, or simply listen without interrupting. As you raise their self-esteem, you'll feel your own rise as well. This is the law of indirect effort in action, and it's one of the fastest ways to build a happier, more positive personality. That was a summary of Maximum Achievement by Brian Tracy. We've explored the highlights today, but honestly, a summary can only take you so far. The real magic happens when you engage with the book yourself. It's in those quiet moments of reflection, when a particular story or simple exercise hits you in a way you didn't expect. This podcast is designed to help you decide if a book is worth your time and attention. If anything we've talked about today has struck a chord, if you feel even a spark of possibility, then I encourage you to grab a copy. Reading it isn't just about learning new information. It's an experience that can genuinely reframe how you see yourself and the incredible future awaiting you. Also, if you found this summary valuable and it gave you a new perspective, please take a moment to like this episode and subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss our next journey into another life-changing book from the billionaire's bookshelf. Let's keep growing together.